So I have to go based on what I hear in my head, and I think that's what everyone's plan is. That's a police officer. Like, they're not trying to convict me, they're trying to convict the people that are controlling me. And so I'm not allowed to see what's going on in the outside world. I have one view per video. My understanding is that Jason, the guy next door who threatened me with a gun, who lives here because he spies on defense contractors for the CIA, he spies on Lockheed Martin. He knows that. That's why he lives here. I'm not, like, he's dependent on the fact that I will not snitch on him. He knows I won't snitch on him. He knows I won't snitch on Lockheed Martin. And so my understanding is that he's pretty convincing in the way he lies. Like, he's a professional liar. He's a CIA agent. And, like, as a professional liar, he's convinced a lot of people to hate me. So I don't get to see what he says, right? Because my what I see is censored. Because, like, I have to completely depend on these Jewish people that are controlling my brain. So everyone knows that, right? The police know that. So they don't want me to actually see what's going on in the outside world. Like, my understanding is that I've been convicted of murder. Just like that girl convinced her boyfriend to commit suicide or something, they've convicted me of murder in a secret trial. Because I convinced someone to kill someone that's disabled during imaginary World War III. But now this guy's having a lot of trouble because, okay, so apparently what happened is the moment I started snitching on the lab, my judge started freaking out and saying, no, we have to arrest him right now, stop him. Like, he was trying to stop me from snitching on labs because he knew that Lockheed Martin's the lab. And he was afraid of me snitching on Lockheed Martin. And, like, he'd given, like, a shitload of money to my sister-in-law. And, like, they're, like, a criminal organization. Like, the police in Colorado Springs, like, they're, like, a mafia. I've said in the past. Like, they're like a mafia. They're trying to take money from people. Like, it's kind of like the state of New Mexico trying to take Jeff Epstein's land in Santa Fe. They need to take control of that drug land. But in this case, like, they need to take control of my money. So, like, they're trying to get my sister-in-law the money. Because they think she's a cop. I'm confused because she's a cop. Like, I'm like, is she a chemist or a cop? Like, because, like, why else would this guy be so afraid of me snitching on Lockheed Martin? I think that's the real situation here. Is like, there are a bunch of people that are terrified of me snitching that are police officers because why? Because, like, you guys are that disgusting, and that's the real situation there. Like, I think that, like, this whole situation is that I'm not allowed to hear what anyone's saying. My understanding is that, like, when I said I wanted $10 million worth of seeds, everyone went, oh, yeah, he's not going to get in the marijuana business. Of course he wants $10 million worth of seeds. That's a great investment. He's going to have $10 million worth of seeds. Yeah, actually, I think I already have my breeding project pretty well worked out for making a shitload of money, and I do think I have the right to have in-house genetics plants. And you know what I think about in-house genetics plants? I'm not going to breed them, and I'm not going to have it in my company, and I'm going to sue the fuck out of them because they tried to sabotage my farm. And I have no interest, so I have no interest whatsoever in ever breeding an in-house genetics plant for mass production. I'll breed them for the seed bank. Because I am going to do a seed bank, but, like, I don't even know if I'm going to go into the marijuana business. But if I am I going to go into the marijuana business in the United States? 100% no. Like, I am gone. Like, I don't think you guys get it. Like, I have been terrorized by these people. Like, I have had people trying to assassinate me. I can't leave my home. Like, I'm fucking terrified of the United States. Like, I fucking found out who these people are. Like, I don't think you guys get it. Like, this country is the fucking most... They are all brainwashed by the rappers. Like, I don't think you guys get it. Like, these motherfuckers are brainwashed to want to be Donald Trump. They're the biggest Christians. They want to be Kanye. And I don't think you guys get it. The fucking liberals all want to cry over how all they need is a black person in charge because we're all the same. Like, the liberals are the fucking biggest bitches of all time. And that's the thing about the liberals in the United States. Like, if you're a European that's a socialist, that's a liberal, like, I don't think you guys fully get the American liberals are the people that you would fucking hate. Like, you would fucking hate these people. Like, that's the reality about the American liberals. They, like, their belief system has nothing to do with socialism, except for, like, socialism is, like, my fucking, my rallying cry for getting votes. Like, but their big thing mainly is, like, racism. Like they're into identity politics. Like they're all about race. Like they're like they need to fucking marry the plainest looking Mexican ever, Jeb Bush. Have you ever seen Jeb Bush's wife? There's no fucking world in which Jeb Bush wants to marry that fucking woman if he's not the biggest politician of all time. No offense, I'm sure she's wonderful. Bullshit. Jeb Bush is a person that is that political. Like, you guys need to understand that. That motherfucker is a person that will marry that woman for politics. And I think, is that a whore? I think there are a lot of whores out there, and I think America is a land made up of whores, and I think that it's good to be a whore in America. And like, the reality is, like, I'd rather have no money when I die at all, but I'll have a seed bank in Antarctica that I can pass down. And like, bottom line is, I'm that serious about living in the ocean. Like, I really do think that, like, this whole situation is like, you got a bunch of dirty cops and a bunch of dirty politicians in Colorado Springs, and you got dirty judges, and you got a bunch of dirty federal people in the Senate and in the House, and you have a bunch of like absolutely disgusting politicians that have completely overthrown the government, and they force me to have to snitch in a way that like threatens the national security of the country in such a way that's like, ow. How could you guys do that? Like, how can you overthrow the government in such a way that threatens the national security of the country that much? Personally, I don't know, but obviously, like, the problem is, like, we can't even deal with the people that overthrew the government because we're in such a serious nuclear situation. And I don't think people fully get that. Like, I think that Americans, like, we can't get into nuclear war. You can. And you will. And I'm going to be in the middle of the ocean when it happens. So, like, I think that, like, you're all going, yeah, right, we'll get a nuclear war. I think you will. I think that's, like, the reality of, like, my lifetime is going to involve nuclear war. So, I'm just going to chill the fuck out and be Switzerland in the middle of the ocean. It's actually going to be called Fuck You Land, and I think that I've earned the right to be in Fuck You Land, and I think I've earned the right to be left alone. So, yeah, that's the plan. I feel like I've never fully known how much people hated me, and I'm pretty grateful for that. And so the censorship's been pretty good for me at this point. Because, like, when I know how much I hate you guys, like, at least I don't feel guilty about how much I hate you, like, because I feel like I would have had a lot of guilt over the last few years, like, because, like, when someone hates you that much, you feel guilty, like, you feel like you need to change something, and the reality is, like, there's nothing I can do to change my life. Like, my life's, like, your fucking worst nightmare. My life is your dead. You're all fucking dead. Or you're fucking, like, despised by your family. Like, but really, like, my life is you cry all the time, and I'm not a person that cries all the time. So, like, bottom line is, like, you guys don't know shit about my fucking life, and, like, if you live my life, you'd be fucking dead, because you don't even know how it is. Like, I'll fucking walk on a razor wire, like, every fucking time I do anything, and I'll get through it because I'm that nice of a person, because I'm that aware of the situation, because I know how to get the fuck out, because I know how to survive. And, like, I don't think you guys get it. Like, I'm the type of person that survived this shit, and, like, you guys are not the type of people that would survive that shit. I'm talking about all of you. You guys are not. I'm a fucking man, like, you have no idea. So when all you guys want to talk shit about me, and, like, apparently, like, everyone wants to fucking hate me because of the life that I've been born into, I don't think you get it. Like, you guys would fucking crumble in my life. So if you want to look at a fucking man, this is a man right here, and, like, I think this man is someone that, like, is not going to have to be a man in World War III, because it doesn't matter if you're a man in World War III, you're fucking dead. That's how World War III is. And that's why I'm doing my seed bank. I'm going to go live in the ocean. I'm going to get really into fishing. I'm going to get really into sustainable energy. I don't know what I'm going to do. I'm going to make my Fuck You Land a pretty wonderful place.